And again, we want to thank all of you for joining us for today's presentation, which aims to explore a critical and what we consider to be a game-changing strategy for higher education. At Eduventures, broadly speaking, as we continue to explore with institutions of higher education the importance of defining and improving value and the quality of student experience and what it means to create high-impact and effective strategies for driving enrollment, student engagement, and program outcomes, we truly believe that one-stop is a critical part of that conversation. One-stop models, simply put, are good for students, good for staff, and good for achieving your institution's strategic mission. And Eduventures finds that all around, one-stops offer a much more sustainable and cost-effective way of delivering value and quality to the higher education market with a far more impactful and effective model than many of our traditional student services models currently offer. Which is something that I think we can all recognize, of course, that at this moment, most existing student services functions at many institutions are often very siloed, very confusing to students and to staff and the folks that manage them, and organizationally rather than student-centered, which is a problem, especially in this climate, for what a one-stop model seeks to offer a critical and very important correction.
If you think about the traditional student service models, we have traditionally been quite siloed. So we've been admissions, financial aid, registrar, bursar. So those of us who work at universities, we think about a financial aid office, or we think about a bursar or a student accounts office. But a student who didn't receive his or her refund doesn't think, that's a student account issue, so I need to call the bursar office. They say, where's my money? And as we all know, there are many reasons the refund may not have been dispersed. It could be a financial aid issue, it could be a registration issue, it could be a student account issue. So the student traditionally would have to maybe go first to the financial aid office, and they'd say, well, you've got to go over to the registrar office. So then they go to the registrar office, and they say, you need to go to the bursar office. The idea of a one-stop is if you see the red arrow that crosses across the silos, students would go to one place and say, where's my money? And a cross-trained staff person would be able to figure out how to help them. So what is a one-stop? In the work I've been doing with clients for the past 13 years, there are really three pieces. The first piece, you can think about it as a virtual one-stop, which includes your static information on the web. Think about telling students, what a Stafford loan is, for example. And then that includes the self-service capabilities. So whether you go through a portal or a landing page, whether you use self-service as delivered by your student information system or have developed your own capability. But really, you have the web capabilities and self-service. So students find information, they complete their transactions, and they may get something in return. For example, think about being able to download and print out an unofficial transcript. So the first piece of the virtual is self-service. Physical one-stop is where cross-trained staff who are cross-trained in registration, financial aid, and student accounts are located. So the students can go to one place and have cross-trained staff to help them resolve their issues. So remember, I said earlier a student might have to make 6 trips around the campus. The student can make one trip to one-stop student services center, and the staff will be able to help them whether it's a financial aid issue, whether it's a registration issue, and most of the students, if you've enabled your self-service, transactions that are straightforward, students don't need to come to the one-stop. But frequently, as we all know, if there's a hold on registration, it might be a financial issue. So they can go to the one-stop and get the financial issue taken care of and then the hold removed, so they don't have to go to 2 offices. We also, when we put together one-stops, we think about the back office, because a physical and virtual one-stop will only work efficiently and effectively and serve students when the back office is well organized and efficient. So we work with our clients to make sure that they are maximizing the capabilities of their student information system and of other kinds of software, including learning management systems, imaging in particular is a real help, as well as scheduling software and various other third-party software. Make sure that all of the back office processes are efficient.